Okay, team, this is not a joke. This is a serious message. There has been a leak. What kind of leak? It's a virtual leak. Yeah, clearly I didn't know how to start this video. Yes, it is true. Somehow, some way, the new MetaQuest Pro has leaked. And by some way, I mean it was by a dude taking a picture. We'll get into it. So if you're not on VR Twitter, which, most people aren't, it's been ablaze with all of these leaks from the new Cambria headset, aka MetaQuest Pro. Now, before we get into the images of the leak that came out, let's just remind everybody what the MetaQuest Pro is. So if you don't recall, the new MetaQuest Pro is the mixed reality headset that Facebook / Meta / whatever Mark wants me to call him is coming out with. And they teased it a while back with this fun blurry image that looks slightly sexual. That's a joke. Sort of. And then they came out with some official renderings, and now we've got some unofficial leaked images. So without further ado, let's get into the new stuff. So yesterday at approximately some time that I don't really recall, I was scrolling through Twitter, as a lonely nerd does. And while I was scrolling, I saw everybody in VR, and by everybody, I mean 3 consecutive accounts, tweeting out this image that we see here. Now, what is this image? No, it's not a sketchy ransom drop like it looks like. Like I will say, look at it the way he photographed this duffel bag. It looks like it should be filled with cocaine and money. Anyway, that's not what it's filled with. What it is filled with, supposedly, is 2 MetaQuest Pro engineering headsets, I believe. Let's take a closer look. Yep, here's another look with some very hastily scratched out barcodes here. I can see most of the barcode there. Then, of course, we've got our duffel bag shot. And you can see the new MetaQuest Pro controllers here as well, which look sleek. They look like controllers. Now, this was originally leaked on Facebook or Instagram from a person's personal account, this guy named Ramiro. That's when I thought this was interesting, is usually when you have leaks of major headsets like this, actually, I take it all back. I was about to say usually it's not from just a random dude tweeting it out publicly, but if you remember, there was that one leak where someone found like a bunch of files from a game company on a USB in like a Burger King. Now I'm going to look that up. Okay, I just googled USB leak, and I'm kind of concerned by all of the stories from many major companies about USBs just being left around with personal data. I'm not going to look into that anymore. You get it. That's a scary rabbit hole to go down to if you're into security. So now we're going to take a look at the next set of leaks here. And as you can see down here, it does say not for resale engineering sample. So, technically the person who found this didn't break the rules. They just posted images, and actually, we'll get into it. They might have done some sketchy things. So I did a little more digging. Next thing I found were these responses to the original leak by the person who leaked that image himself. Bold to give a Q&A in the comments of a unofficial leak for one of the major corporations in America, but cheers to you. In the comments, Ramiro says, "It's a weird situation. I work in a hotel and some dude left them." So what he's saying here is that our leaker in question works at a hotel, and what had happened to lead to this leak was that someone, probably an engineer, I'm guessing, connected to Meta, must have left both of these headsets just behind in the hotel room. He left. It was a busy day. You forget your experimental technology, prepackaged in clearly labeled boxes. It happens. And so as a result, Ramiro goes in to clean the hotel room, finds these headsets and says, "Hey, they're on our property. I'm snapping a photo, boy." He probably said it in a much less creepy way, or didn't say it at all because he was probably alone in a hotel room. Anyway, take everything I say with a grain of salt, by the way, obviously. They go on to say, "I work in a hotel. Some dude left them," which, isn't that classic? He hasn't claimed them, so that's big. The person left, forgot about the headsets, and then just forgot about them for a while. And then Ramiro goes all in. He says, "If it doesn't happen in a week, they're mine, ... The ellipses means he means business. Right now, I'm just excited and nervous." The "and nervous" means he probably understands a bit of the seriousness of the situation. And then I'm seeing in the comments over here, "This story has no sense. We all know that." Basically, people are already positing the theory that this was a fake leak and that Meta actually meant for this to go out all along to hype people up so they could see the box, see that it's actually a consumer product. Something like that, I guess, is the theory. That being said, I don't know if they would choose Ramiro to be their fall boy if we can confirm Ramiro in fact works at a hotel and not at Meta. But then it goes on. Not only did Ramiro leak these images, we got a video leak. This video leak, I guess, courtesy to Zectarius Gaming. I don't know if that's the hotel workers account or if they sent it to these people, but let's take a look at the actual video. So It seems pretty obvious that they just opened up the boxes and they just started going through all of the personal belongings of the person who left this room, presumably that day. But I don't know the details of the situation. Like I said, this video is probably what gives it most credence that it could be fake, because I don't know anybody who would be as bold as to just start rooting through personal objects. Although, I take that back completely. I knew a real weird kid named Garrett in high school. I won't get into it.
No mames.
What is that noise at the beginning? I'm actually not convinced that was a human noise.
No mames.
They're also not speaking English. I'm pretty sure they're speaking Spanish, and I'm illiterate in that language. If anyone can translate below, please do. So there's the controllers. 360p like all good leaks. If a leak was in 1080p, I really wouldn't believe it. Okay, so let's look at that controller. You got two buttons, the other button, the top start button, and the joystick. So visually it looks a lot like the Quest controller, just with the ring on top. There's supposed to be a lot better tracking involved with these. Again, I would go to a channel like Sadly It's Bradley or another tech-oriented channel if you want to learn about the specific tech breakdown of this. I'm just here to be a little goof. Let's keep going. I like the form factor, the little tilt on the edge. That's good engineering. Probably cost $1 million in R&D. Now let's look at the headset. Yep, lift that baby up. Okay, what is with these zooms? And why are you whispering? The guy's left the room. He's whispering as if the person's like asleep in the bed next to him. I can't wake him up. I'm looking at the leaked hardware. Also, we get a quick look at the box here, which looks like a box. Okay, so, yeah, the top quote says, "Why is this so damn creepy?" Which, honestly, that was my first thought. This is like a weirdly creepy unboxing. The whispering doesn't help. So then the YouTuber Matt BMF, looks like they claim to have reached out to this person on Facebook, and the original leaker, the hotel worker presumably, responded and said that the headsets have been returned to their rightful owners. So that leads me to believe that as soon as this person leaked all this online, Meta figured out pretty quickly that someone had left the headsets at a hotel. And as you can see, Quest Pro is trending. So this is a trending topic. Oh, there's a higher quality version of the video. This one isn't 360p. Okay. This one's also a little bit longer. Does he pick up the box? No, it's still the same length. Wow, so the branding, they're really going all in with the Meta Quest Pro branding. They're sticking true to their word about naming it what they said they name it. You get the Meta logo on the back here. The headset itself looks cool to me. They basically look like high-tech skiing goggles, if we're being honest. Like if I took these to the mountains, people would be like, "Oh, awesome, this guy's ready to ski." Little did they know I'm playing Beat Saber on the way down, baby. If you don't recall, they are saying that this headset is rumored to be between like $1,200 and $1,400 retail. So as a consumer, Quest 2 is probably still going to be your best bet for quite some time, bang for your buck wise. But tech wise, I think this thing's going to be able to run some pretty beefy games. I said that in a weird way.